Hello everyone, I am Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com and welcome to another Facebook Live paper crafting class. I am live on Facebook right now on my page, Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel, and so I'm going to be interacting with other people as we go along. If you are watching this broadcast later on, maybe on Facebook, on YouTube, on my blog, you may be seeing a pre-recorded version of it. But for those of you that are live with me right now, we need to get started because we're going to have so much fun. I'm hoping I'm on my page. I'm not seeing any comments yet, and I was having some technical issues earlier today with comments, so I'm just going to cross my fingers and keep on going. All right, so you guys know how this works. If you are, oh, we have a hi. Thanks, Sandy. Yay, I'm seeing some comments go through. And you know, there is a delay too with this technology that I have, which I'm going to tell you about in just a second here. There's a slight delay, and I want to say earlier today when I was broadcasting in my my group with my demonstrators, there was like a 20-second delay, I think. So now I'm starting to see some hellos come through. I'm in the right spot, and you guys are too, obviously. Hello, everyone. Hi, Julie. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Don. Hi, Diana. Yay! Oh, and people from all over. I love this. This is so much fun. So I am going to be sharing something really fun today, and of course we're using the new technology, so you're going to have to bear with me because this is, I think, is this my second? No, it's my third time. My third time using the technology, and it is fun stuff, but I just have to pay attention to a lot more than I used to. So let me tell you about the technology for those of you that are broadcasting or wanting to broadcast. Some people have been asking me about it. It is called Switcher Studio. I've heard, and I haven't looked into it much on the details, but I've heard it's an app that only works with Apple products, but you can find out if there's if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I heard. And so if you have like iPhones, iPads, iPods, MacBooks and that kind of thing, then it will work. And the stand that I use is now I forgot the name of it. I'll have to come back to that, but it's all on this Arkon, Arkon. It's all on this wonderful stand by Arkon, the company Arkon. And I got turned onto it by Janet Wakelin, a fellow demonstrator. So thanks, Janet. And anyways, so those of you that are interested in that information, there you go. You guys know how this works. You know that if you comment, like a lot of you are doing right now, you're saying hellos to me. It's so fun to see where you're all from too. If you're commenting, if you are sharing this broadcast and you write a comment that says shared so that I'm aware of that, and plus then you can get entered into the feed. So anyone who does that will get entered into the prize drawing at the end, and we have two really fun prizes for today. So I hope that you enjoy them. I hope that you, I don't know, I hope that you win, right? Wouldn't it be great if we all won? I wish I could afford that. But we're gonna show this fabulous box, and it kind of overlaps on the broadcast that I did 2 weeks ago. The broadcast that I did 2 weeks ago involved, let me just turn the camera onto these, involved these beautiful cards that I did with some designer paper, some floral designer paper. This is the Whole Lot of Lovely designer paper, which by the way is already gone. So if you love that paper, hopefully you can find it on eBay later on. But it's retired and it's depleted now. It's all gone, this beautiful stuff. We've also got this beautiful paper, and I can't recall the name of it, but if you look back on my Facebook Live from April 4th or my blog post, you can find all the information for the details on all the, like the stamp set and all the ingredients that I use to make these beautiful cards. Now these cards are called Dragonfly closure cards, and they open and close with the use of the wings going through this slot. So we're building on that today. I kind of gave you a peek at what I wanted to share with you by showing you this card at the end of that broadcast. So this is the cute little tiny card, and it's going to go along with a box. And I'm going to take one of our mini pizza boxes and I'm going to show you how to alter it. Okay, so let's first go to the computer so that you can see and do a quick screenshot. These are the measurements that you will need. So if you're going to make the box, here are the measurements that you'll need for the actual pizza box and the ribbon that's going to go on it. And then these are the supplies that you will need for that. Hey, someone's from New Brighton. Hi, Linda. And then here are the measurements for the mini Dragonfly closure card, the gold and black card that I just shared with you. And that the other supplies for that are listed here. So for those of you who don't know how this works, I typically share these measurements with you here. You can take a screenshot, or you can come back and visit my blog, and I'll be sharing those measurements again on my blog in a few days. Usually it's within 2 or 3 days. I never know exactly when I'm going to share, but hopefully soon. It's usually within a week. And here is my blog information. Okay, that's something cool too. Okay, when I started this whole app with the fun cameras and stuff, I didn't know how to do these overlays, but look at that. It says my name and it says my blog name, my address, stampyourartout.com. I'm so excited. Anyways, we're going to take that off for just a minute, and we're going to move to the table so that you can see. And let's see if I can do this fun picture-in-picture thing that I did last week. Here we go. Ah, ta-da! So now you guys can see me, and I can show you all this fun stuff at the same time. So thank you for sharing, Dawn. Yay! Okay, so here we go. Let's start out with one of the mini pizza boxes, and we're going to use our trimmer, and we're going to do just a few little cuts on here. So this is the mini pizza box, and it actually creates a box. Let me just kind of fold it up for you so you can kind of visualize how it's supposed to be. So it looks actually like a pizza box, which is why it's called that. That makes sense, doesn't it? So this is how it's supposed to go. These little tabs go in like that. This gets tucked down like this, and it goes into those little slots, these little tabs here. And then this goes inside like, let's see if I can do this for you, like that, okay? So again, this is on the inside. Oh gosh, I should have had a finished one shared with you. And then this will go here. I don't want to click those little things in there. These, I'm going to keep them out, okay? But anyways, this opens and closes like this, okay? As if you could put like a cookie or a treat in there. And it's made for that because it's got this coating on it. So you can actually put food in there if you want to. Okay, so, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna alter it. So we're gonna take this end where you see the circle where you can put like a little finger puppet through, and we're gonna trim that, and we're gonna do that first with our trimmer because that's the best way you can get like a nice straight cut. And we're gonna bring it into our trimmer. Hopefully you guys can see that. I keep looking up in my camera to make sure. But you wanna trim that at, oh gosh, did I tell you guys a 1/2 inch? I'm gonna have to change the measurements. Do you see this measurement line right here? This is actually 3/4 of an inch. I believe that's what I did. Let me make sure. Oh, Rachel. Yes, it's 3/4. It's 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change the measurements that you just took a screenshot of. It's not a 1/2 inch. It's 3/4 of an inch. So you're gonna go to this line, and to that one there, and then you're gonna take your blade, and you're going, no, I was right. Oh, good. Okay, don't have to change anything, you guys. 1/2 inch. Okay, here we go. Let's slice it at a 1/2 inch. That was what we wanted. I get so nervous with this new program, and you know what, you guys, it's gonna be fine, right? We're gonna do just great. So we have our 1/2 inch trimmed off there, and now what we need to do is we need to take these little guys. See these little flecks, these pieces? Those are gonna come off anyways. That's just trash. But we need our paper snips, and we're gonna trim this extra part right there. So there's a little bit of excess. Can you see that? Now you can. This part here, we're gonna trim that off. So just follow, and it doesn't have to be pretty. You just wanna trim it so it doesn't cause any bulk in there. And then just brush it on your floor, because that's what I'm doing right now. That's all that you'll need with the trimmer. So we're gonna set the trimmer aside. And then we're gonna put some ink on this. So this is the fun, messy stage. And Rachel is not a messy fan. I I hate doing messy projects. When my kids were little and they were learning how to eat, I would clean up after them all the time. I have a friend named Jessica, and she shared a picture of her child with food on his head, all over the floor, and I was like, it just isn't me. But we're going to see if we can do this neatly. I know, it's a problem. Okay, so for your little spritzers, I created 2 spritzers. I have one with crumb cake ink in it. Diana. And I have one with basic black ink on it. Okay, Diana just said everything goes on her floor. So, and thanks, Linda. Okay, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to grab a blank spritzer, an empty one, and they have these fun little caps that go off and on, and then they twist. So you just untwist it, and you've got this little reservoir that you can fill. So you'll pour in your rubbing alcohol, and the higher the percentage, the faster it will dry. So this is the one we have in the house. So you'll pour rubbing alcohol into there, and you don't want to pour it too high, because when you put this little thing back in here and screw it on, it actually makes whatever liquid in here go up about 1/2 inch. So don't pour too much in there. Maybe go to about 1 inch from the top. There we go, better angle. Then you'll take your re-inker, and I just pulled any color here, but you will squeeze as many drops as you want into it. And really, it doesn't matter. If you want a lighter shade of whatever color, then you will put less drops in it. If you want a lot, if you want really dense color, then you'll put lots of drops, okay? So for my black, I think I put in like 20 drops. I wanted it to be black, right? And for the crumb cake, I wanted it to be a truer crumb cake. So I put in lots of drops, like probably 20. But again, if you want a lighter shade, do less. So I'm going to set the spritzer and the re-inker out of the way. This is all Stampin' Up! Product except for the lovely box, which I have here, and the rubbing alcohol so far. All right, now we're going to take our spritzers, and this is where we get messy. We're going to shake it just to make sure it's ready. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it won't spray on me. Okay, yay. Oh, it's working. Now another thing with spritzing is you want to make sure that you have ventilation with the rubbing alcohol that's in here. You can put water in here, but you want to have ventilation because the rubbing alcohol gets into the room, and so, have a window open or do it outside. Okay, we're spritzing. And I'm spraying inside of a box because I'm in the house and I don't want the ink to get all over everywhere else, which it may have gone to anyways. Okay, now we're going to do the black. It's not on my fingers yet. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, it's so sad how I hate being messy. Okay, now the black, I'm just going to spray it once on this scratch paper. The black is pretty intense. We're not going to spray it everywhere. We're just going to kind of spray it here and there because it's super dark. Oh my gosh, this is way darker than what I did before. But that's okay. And it looks ugly right now. It really does. I don't know. Or it looks pretty if you want to think of it as like a tabby cat or something. I don't know. That would be a pretty fur for a cat, wouldn't it? But it's a pizza box. So let's get the box out of the way. Let's air dry it a bit. I keep my spritzers in a little container like this so that they stay upright and that they don't clog. Now we're going to pull in the hardwood stamp. This one here is carrying over. It's an awesome stamp. Great background image. We've mounted it onto our clear block because I have the clear mount one. And we're going to use our retiring, I know it's sad to see this go. This is our retiring basic black. Rubber gloves. Thank you, Linda. I'm sorry, I'm not reading all the comments, but they are showing up. I'm so excited. Not reading all the comments, but thank you for the suggestion for rubber gloves. That probably would help me. But look, I didn't get it on my fingers. Okay, basic black archival ink is leaving. We are going to, in our new catalog starting in June, have the Memento base, the Memento black, and we're bringing back Stays on black. So those will be our black choices, and this is leaving, but it's a nice black. So I want to show it to you because it's super awesome. It's one of the blackest blacks. I know it's had some issues in the past, but it is a nice black. So we're going to use it. And we're just inking up the surface of our big Mongo stamp. And you know what I forgot to grab? Scrap paper. So I'm going to grab that in my drawer right here, which is right behind you guys. There we go. All right, I got a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to put our little box on top. And if you watch what I do, I've got kind of a trick for lining these up here. The first one, I believe, I went like this. Yes, I think I did. So we're going to lay this in the middle, and we're going to put this along the top like that. And then we're going to put our scrap paper on top. Have you guys ever done these big mother of all stamps kind of stamps before? You do them upside down. You always make sure that your ink is going on the stamp as, you know, this way instead of putting the stamp on the ink pad. Now we're just pressing, we're giving some even pressure to it. And we're going to lift up all at once, and we have our fun little wood grain look on it. Is that gorgeous? See, now all of a sudden it's pretty. Okay, now we're going to take and ink it again. We have to do this 3 times, but the trick is to line it up each time. Now with this, did you notice by starting on this end of the box, this ink, the image went right to where the fold is. So when I flip it over, I can use that fold as kind of a guide to where I'm going to lay my box onto my stamp again. So, all right, let's see if we can do this. So here we go. I don't want to mess up on camera, you guys. Oh, hey, you're on vacation, Karen. You're on vacation in Tennessee, and you got to catch me live for a change. Oh, that's so awesome that you made it a point to tune in. Thank you. All right, we're pressing, and lifting. And look at, you know what? Also, this is great. It almost comes right to where that spot is too by doing it this way. And there's our next step, and we'll do one more, and that will finish off the end of the box. And I think, yeah, I want to go this way with it, just so that I can line it up with that edge. Now don't press everything down or you're going to get messy. Use that paper on top. And now you're hungry for pizza. Yeah, I know, but it's a mini pizza box, so you're just hungry for a little bit of pizza. All right, here we go. It's all done. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'll clean off that stamp later because that's a huge one and it takes a little bit more time to clean it off. But now we're going to assemble. So you'll want to flip it over, and we're going to use Fast Fuse or tear and tape adhesive. You can use either one of these. And when we flip this over, this piece is going to become the box insert. That's why we trimmed it down a bit. So this is not going to get any adhesive on it. This piece here, right next to it is, because we're going to fold those in and tape them down. And then we're also going to put adhesive on, let me see if I remember, yep, on the back side, or on the front side actually. So let's take care of these 2 little guys first, and you can use the tear and tape adhesive to do that, or what's quicker is this Fast Fuse, which is now retired. So that's why I'm bringing the tear and tape adhesive in, because you can use that as a substitute. It's a nice strong tape. It's just not as quick. But I know that some people hated Fast Fuse too, because it has a learning curve to it. Oh gosh, come on, come off little paper. There we go. So these are going to tack down like that. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to put adhesive here and here. Okay, let me make sure that's right. Yes. So we're going to put adhesive here and, oh, wait. One more. We need to do some right here on this side. I knew I was missing something. You know, when you don't have any pizza boxes left because you use them all up for team gifts, you have to make sure that you remember the steps. I was going to try to make one that was kind of a in-between step so I could remember where my adhesive went. And I didn't have enough boxes left because I had so many people that went to this wonderful Stampin' Up! Event just a couple weekends ago. And I made them gifts, which I will show you because they're similar to this box that I'm making now. Okay, Now, yes, that's perfect. Now we can flip it over and we can put adhesive here and here. That's where the other place is. Okay, and we'll just use the fast fuse because it's nice and quick. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do the tear and tape on the other side so you can see where I'm putting it, because this is a little dark and I don't know if you can tell. So tear and tape or fast fuse, any kind of sticky tape would go here. You know, you want to slather it on, and then a little bit more. And this is lovely tape in that you can just tear it. It's awesome, right? Oh, thanks, you guys. I'm glad that you think it looks cool. It's going to be a fun box. You're going to love the end result. You probably saw the picture of it if you saw the invite for this event, because it was in there. But I kind of wanted to save it for the end, for the actual live broadcast, because it's kind of like a aha kind of thing. So, all right. Grabbing all of those. Okay, now we can take and assemble it. So you're going to flip it over, but be careful not to get the tape onto your table. Then you're going to bring these little tabs in and connect right there. And then you're going to, bring, it'd probably help if you give it a good crease too. Probably should have done that before. And then you're going to bring these guys in and you're going to slide them inside like that. And connect like that, okay? This one doesn't look as crumb cakey as my first one, my sample one that I made, but that's okay. They're all different. They're all different and all unique, just like snowflakes and children and flowers. Okay, so we have an inside. You can throw something in there like a pizza or treats. You can put shreddy in there. You can put, you know, some flatter kind of candy in that. And then the last step is just to tie on the little ribbon. You could tie it on so it goes to either side. You'll need about 20 inches. Let me just walk you through tying. So you're going to do, I always do, my right one goes over my left and they kind of aim upward. And then I fold the top one over and down so I don't have any kinks in the ribbon. Can you guys see that? Should I zoom in a bit? Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. There we go. So now I'm going to start over. Okay. So right over the left. Now, if you're left-handed or you just, you tie them differently, you might be thrown off by this, but this is how I do it. Then I take my top one, I fold it in half, tuck it in and down. And then this one, I flip over the other way and then I cinch it. Now I'm going to tie a knot on this one. Normally I would tie a bow right here, but I'm going to tie a knot because I want my bow to go the opposite direction. I don't want it to be going this way. I want it to be going this way. So I'm going to tie my knot and that'll secure the ribbon down so I don't have to hold it anymore. And then what I do is I flip it. I think this is what I did. I flip it the other way. Let's see if I can remember this. Yes. And I take, so now this is the bottom of the box. This is the top. I'm taking this one and I'm looping it without having any twists in it. And then I'm taking this one and I'm wrapping it from the left to the right. Again, no twists. Tucking this into the hole under there. I don't know if this is helping any of you. Pulling it through. And there we go. And that's how I get my little bow to look as if it's going in the right direction. Okay? And you can tighten that and adjust it and all that. You can use your little snips and trim it off, but here's one with treats inside. So you can see it's slightly different in color. Ooh, now it's really zoomed in. Let's zoom out a little bit again. There we go. And then this card. So this card, I'm not going to walk you through making this card because I did that 2 weeks ago in a video, and you could probably alter, just change the supplies and the measurements to what I showed you on the screen earlier to make this one. But I do want to give you a little tip. These are pearls. These are our basic pearl embellishments. And I colored them first with the Daffodil Delight, the dark Daffodil Delight blends markers. Those are alcohol-based markers. And then I went around the outside edge with the bronze blends marker. And that's how it looked goldish, so it kind of gave it a gold flare. Now this card, you can just tuck in. All I do is kind of lift up this edge here, and I take my box, which is already filled with chocolate, and I just slip the corner of the basic black bottom part of the card in there, and I grab the other corner and I get it in there. And then the tail automatically, if you pull, see how you pull this way, it will kind of stay on top of the ribbon so that when you insert it onto the box, then there it is. Now the hardest part of this gift is when somebody gets it and they don't know how to open it. So you'll have to be there with them, because I know a lot of my team members that attended the Onstage Stampin' Up! Event in Milwaukee without me, they probably don't know how to open it. Maybe some of them still only know that there's treats in here. But the card comes off. So let me show you what I gave to my team members that attended the Onstages all over the place. Oh, and then I had a couple in Atlanta. So those of you that attended different locations than Hartford, this is how you do it. So this little thing opens up like that. You had all your little treats in there. And then on the top, you can actually take this card and you can slide it off. And on the inside, this one says, enjoy your special day. So for the black card, you could use like a gel pen or a chalk marker or a white pencil or whatever, and you can write on the inside of that. But this is meant to be removed, and that's how that goes. This one I just spritzed with, I think it was Bermuda Bay, but very, very little re-inker drops in it, okay? So not a ton. And that's how I got the bluer box, and it matches the Bermuda Bay little accented rhinestones on there. And yeah, so, oh, one thing too that I want to mention with these cards is that, and here's another version, an updated version with some new products, but the word window punch, do you remember that we used to have? The word window punch is, it doesn't go in as far, so you're not going to get the same results, and I'm not sure how you could alter that because I don't own the punch anymore. But the classic label punch, which is what I used on all of these Dragonfly closure cards, that is the one that will go in the right amount for these. These cards are larger than the 3x3 size. So they're not going to work with our little mini envelopes, but they're perfect for getting that punch to go all the way in and be in the center. And they sit on top of the mini pizza boxes. So they're a great accent card. But you'd have to put them in a different size envelope. These are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 when folded. And I don't know, hopefully you guys have been commenting, because you get entered into the prize drawing at the end if you've been commenting. I am going to pull up our little app thing that picks a winner. And while I'm getting that going, I'm going to switch over to the camera here and put up my little overlay. Ta-da! I love my little overlay. I have to work on more graphics, but that is the thing that I designed, I don't know, about 2 hours ago, and I got it to work. I'm so excited. It's probably small though. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully you can read it. It says Rachel Tessman, stampyourartout.com. So hopefully you will come back and visit. And that's just a reminder that I would love for you, if you are not a demonstrator and do not have a demonstrator, I would love for you to visit my blog and check out what I have to share. And if you feel like purchasing any supplies, I invite you to click the shop button. If you are a demonstrator or you have another demonstrator, you can still visit my blog, but I'm just saying, I don't want to steal any customers. So only shop from me if you don't have anyone else that you're connected to. And also you can follow my Facebook page so that you can hear about things that I share and find out about other events coming up. I do these broadcasts every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So next week we'll have another one, and we're just sharing fun stuff all the time. I love the teaching part of it. It's just so much fun. Also, you can subscribe to my newsletter. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will be shared on my YouTube channel, that kind of thing. So keep putting your comments in there. Do you notice I'm kind of delaying here so that you can comment if you want to get it entered into the prize drawing? What are the prizes? Okay, here we go. For those of you that miss the fast fuse, ta-da! I have a full fast fuse and a refill as one of the prizes. This will be good sticky stuff for a while until it lasts. So if you're a winner, you can choose that. Or you can choose, this is a long time retired stamp set, but it fits perfectly on this size card that we did 2 weeks ago. This card, by the way, uses some of our new products. It's some paper that works with our new Rooted in Nature bundle. Isn't that pretty stuff? And I think, yes, the stamp set is part of that as well. This comes from the Rooted in Nature stamp set. And these will be, I'm trying to tilt it the right way so you can see it. These will be available soon. If you're not a demonstrator, you have to wait till June 1st. If you are a demonstrator or you sign up to be a demonstrator, you can get them earlier, of course. So this stamp set called Fabulous 4 fits perfectly in that space. It's a great one for the Dragonfly cards. And that person, whoever wins that, will also get a card, a Dragonfly card with it. So let's switch to the computer. All right, and let's take that little overlay off there so we can see. Let's refresh the posts and find out who our first winner is going to be. Thank you all for sharing this broadcast. Thank you all for commenting. We have 138 comments in there. Here we go. Pick a winner. And our first winner is Jan Vlach. Vlach, I hope I said your name right. And let's pick another winner. Congrats to you, Jan. And our other winner is Lori Jones. Congratulations to both of you. I will let Jan do the first pick of the prizes. Hopefully you both live within the United States area, because we legally cannot sell or send prizes to anyone outside the U.S. But if you are outside the U.S., like Australia or wherever, I thank you still for watching. I'm so glad. I don't know. I think that's it as far as what I wanted to share. Make sure that you visit again next week, 2 o'clock on Wednesday, 2 o'clock Central Time for my next one. Thank you all for joining me. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.